The title of this piece is The Dream Membrane. Now, remember, Aria Kaplan's term for what I call the Chamber of Exchanges is what he calls the Dream Center. By calling it a membrane, what is being suggested here is similar to the semi-permeable membrane of a cell, where there's an exchange going on, where certain things are drawn through the membrane and certain things are excluded by the membrane. The membrane becomes kind of a filtration system, becomes kind of a barrier based on selection. So what is excluded and not allowed through the barrier is what we don't want. What passes through the barrier is what we're inviting in, what we actually do want. So the dream membrane, which is essentially the Chamber of Exchanges, is that point in which the ubiquitous ethers of the ground are being called in to bear their treasures. The treasures are the symbols that transmit wisdom from beyond the mind's horizon. And that's what you're looking at here. And as far as different types of symbols are concerned, we see here a range of choices. Like I mentioned, we have polygons, polygrams, geometric configurations. We've got language, we've got biomorphism, we've got the organ system. All of these things, it would be crazy for me to say that I didn't put these things in there. Some of it I definitely, consciously, with my psyche, decided to put in the picture. But the imprint behind my choices, the initial imprint that got this image going and provided a situation that allowed me to make those choices, that is not something from my imagination or something from my psyche. That is something from beyond me that I called forth from the ethers themselves. And then at a certain point, an exchange was made where my conscious mind, my psyche, was reintroduced and started to refine the picture to completion. But initially, where did it come from? The initial imprint of the picture comes from the ethers themselves, and I can't take credit for it. Then the part that I can take credit for, having already been established through this Chamber of Exchanges, it becomes incidental and not really relevant where that dividing line is, nor could I even tell you where that dividing line is. Because the more you think about it, the more you mess it up. Maybe after the picture is absolutely done and complete and I've stopped working on it, then I can think about where that dividing line, where that dream membrane barrier might be. But this is not something that an esoteric cartographer really needs to be concerned with. What an esoteric cartographer must be concerned with is their practice, the potency of their practice, and the ability to evoke or call forth that the strength of their practice when they need it. So the dream membrane, which is a picture from around 2009, is relatively early in my body of work. And just like some of the other images that I've made this comment about, when the image arose, it shocked the hell out of me. It surprised the hell out of me, because there's aspects of representation here that I know as an artist I am not capable of. How this image came to be ultimately, how it was brought to resolution, it's really shocking and strange to me to think that I did this. And not much more can be said. If you understand the content and you understand that what it's doing is announcing esoteric cartography itself as a discipline, that's what the picture is about. The picture is about the discipline that produces the picture, oddly enough. Then you could start to get a real appreciation for what's going on, as if a secret discipline was revealing itself, first to me, then to everybody else.